Hey team, here we are doing some action with the traditional algorithm for multiplying. So with this algorithm, it's a process that will work every time, no matter how many numbers or how many digits are in the numbers that you're multiplying together. So we here have a two-digit number and we're multiplying it by a one-digit number. So every time you start with setting up the traditional algorithm, you're always going to stack your numbers. So you'll see we have our 37 on top. You want your bigger number to be on top. So that means bigger. Now, it could mean bigger value, but mostly it means more digits. So in this case, 37 has two digits. So we're going to put that on top and we're going to put the six underneath it. Okay. So once we have it stacked up, we want to observe here that we have our ones in this ones column, our tens in this tens column, and we don't have any hundreds in our original problem. Okay. So then what you're going to do is you're going to say, okay, well, it's stacked. So I'm going to start multiplying. So I'm going to take this six and I'm going to multiply it by all of the parts of this 37. So we're going to take our six, and the order matters in the traditional algorithm. So I'm going to multiply the six by the ones first. So I'm going to do 6 times 7, which is 42. So I put the two down here because two is a one, right? There are two ones, and the four up here, nice and tiny, right? Because there are four tens or 4D. Okay. So then after we've done that, we say, okay, I've multiplied the six by the seven. Woohoo. And then I'm going to do this and I'm going to multiply it by the part I haven't multiplied it by yet, by the 30. Well, you'll notice it's a three in the 10 spot. And in the traditional algorithm, you don't necessarily have to think of it like a 10. You can just think of it like a 3 and just multiply that basic fact of 6 times 3, which is 18. But I need to remember that I need to add this 4 on right here because that's from the 42. So we take 18 and we add on these leftovers up here. So 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So we have two tens and two hundreds. Okay. So as we have multiplied all the parts by all the parts, and we've remembered to add on our extras up here, the 4 from the 42, we get our total of 222. So as we go to another example over here, we're going to get to a two-digit number by a two-digit number. So this time we're going to do the same exact thing in terms of setting it up. We're always going to, with the traditional algorithm, we're going to stack them. So they're both two-digit numbers, a 16 and an 84. You can put either on top. It doesn't necessarily matter. I'm just going to put the one with the bigger value on top just because. So I'm going to do 84 times 16. I'm going to put my symbol so I remember what I'm doing, and our equal sign. So we're going to start, right, by taking our 6, which is in the ones place value spot. Where's those colors? I'm going to choose a different color. So I'm going to take this 6 and I'm going to multiply it by all of the parts of this 84. I'm going to start by multiplying it by the ones. So 6 times 4 gets me 24. For ones to tens. So then I'm going to say 6 times 8, 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48. Ooh, 48. Okay. But I need to remember to add on this 2. So 48 plus 2 gets me 50. 5 hundreds, 0 tens. Okay. So then I'm going to choose a new color. We'll make it more like this. And then I'm going to say, all right, I've done the 6. I've multiplied it by all of the parts of the 84. Check, check. I've remembered to add on my little 2. Check. So now I'm ready to move on to multiplying the 10 and the 16 by all of the parts of the 84. So I'm going to take 10 and I'm going to multiply it by the ones column first. So 1 times 4. Wait a second. There's something I'm forgetting because this isn't really a 1. It's really a 10. So I need to add this 0 here as a placeholder to remind myself that this is a 10. And now that I've done that, I can go back and think of it like a 1. So 1 times 4 gets me 4. So I put my 4 in the next available space here, place value space. And then I say, ooh, what haven't I multiplied the 1 by? Ooh, I haven't multiplied it by the 8. So I'm going to say 1 times 8 gets me 8. So now I've remembered to stack up my numbers here. So I have my ones, tens, hundreds column, and now I'm ready to add. So I'm going to add these all together. And I'm going to say 4 plus 0 is 4. 4 plus 0 is 4. And 8 plus 5 is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so as we multiply these two-digit by two-digit numbers, the biggest thing, the biggest part that can be hard to remember is adding this 0 here. You want to make sure that you're multiplying all of the parts by all of the parts and totaling